Hey, what's up everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here, and I originally had a different video planned for today, but a viewer actually sent me a link to something Tamron did, I guess overnight, or I would have known about it, that Tamron unveiled two new lenses. Now, mind you, people are going to say that, oh my god, they're finally getting into the prime game. Well, they kind of are, and they've already, already have been in it in a certain sense. So I'm going to just dive into this, and tell you about these two new lenses and, if they have a place in the market compared to what's already there. The link sent me to Digital Camera World, and essentially Tamron unveiled the 35mm 1.8 and 45mm 1.8 vibration control lens. And, it's interesting. There's no set official price, but there is some really kind of leaked prices as well, which I hope aren't true, because this would kill totally what they're trying to do, I think, or their impact on the market. I'll cover that in a second, but let's just go over these. So essentially, these are both of the lenses right here, the Tamron 35 and then the, 45. To me, they look okay. I mean, I guess they're trying to start to compete with Sigma. Now, I want to preface this by saying that, this is really their first prime lens, not including their macro lenses, which essentially that they make the 60, the 90, and the 180. I think it's the 180 or something like that. So they've already been in the prime game, but not really in the prime game. But if you want to classify it that's that. But I just wanted to say they already make prime lenses, but not the everyday typical lenses, like Sigma's been making, like, the 1835 or their 35, their art series. So I think this is Tamron's response to Sigma's art series, obviously, and obviously because of the price difference as well. But, coming out of this, the 35mm, they both are going to have their vibration compensation. They didn't say, how much, of each, but this is going to be available for both crop sensor cameras and full frame, and that's huge. They didn't just kind of pigeonhole themselves into just doing one thing. So on a crop frame, as it says here, it's going to be about a 54mm and a 70mm, equivalent depending on which camera you have. It's going to be available on Canon, Nikon mounts in late October, and then soon later, Sony mounts. So you're going to see this on Sony as well, which I think that is a larger deal in itself. I think that could do well on the Sony side. The Sony side of things, depending on the price. The 35mm has 10 elements in 9 groups, 2 molded aspherical elements, and it has a robust, close focusing. They're saying that the 35 is one of the closest you can get, a 7.9 inches. And the 45 is 11.4 inches. So they are similar lenses. They're just going to be a vaster price range, and you're obviously getting that more street feel to that more portrait-ish type of feel with the crop sensor, looking at. They say they're both are E-band and BBAR. I have no idea what that meant, so I had to look it up. And that means extended bandwidth and angular dependency, whatever the hell that means, and broadband anti-reflection. So whatever that means, it should be there. So looking at these, they do look kind of small. So once again, they're not new to this prime game, but they're new to, I guess, making something more and trying to compete with certain things. And unofficially, so before I cover the range real quick and see if they fit in, the estimated price for these is going to be a little under $500, so $479 for the 35mm, and for the 45mm, $629. Once again, that's not official. I just read that on a few blogs, some really high-ranking blogs, so that's just a price out there. If it's that price, both of these are going to be an absolute failure, and here I'm going to tell you why. Nikon makes a 35 1.8 G lens, so it's one of their newest. It has its own focusing motor in it for under $200. So Tamron would instantly be nixed in that field. So I'm going to go a little more extreme. They make a 35 1.4, $1,800. Okay, fine. Let's not talk about that one. And real quick, I wanted to add in that Canon has a 35mm f.2, which is extremely popular selling. And it's $550. I forgot to put this in the original video because I just forgot about the lens, but I remembered it. But there you go. This is also food for information to also show you the difference. They have a higher end, so on the Canon side, you might be looking for something decent like this. Sigma, once again, high price range, $900 art series, but it's a 35 1.4. I just chose based on just the lens. It doesn't matter what what its mounts for. So for $900, but if that 45mm one is about almost $700, why not? If it's, I don't know. I just don't know. Only 45mm one I found is the tilt shift that Nikon makes. We'll move on from that one. But also kind of comparing, Nikon also makes like a 51.8 for like under 150 bucks. And even one of their newer ones is, 200 or so ish bucks. And then Canon is one of the most popular selling 50 millimeters of all time for under 120 bucks. So I think that, there is no, I don't think that there's going to be a great use for this 35 millimeter. I don't know. Because even on the Sony side of things, I just did reviews on the 30 millimeter, the macro lens. That's, pretty sharp, really good all around, and it's under, 300 bucks. So if these are the price range, I don't think that these are going to sell pretty much at all. I mean, of course they're going to sell because people who love Tamron want to buy them, but I don't know. Tell me your thoughts down in the description below, but the Tamron, I don't know. This is a weird series. I think the 45 millimeter is completely useless because you already have 50 millimeters for a fraction of the price. And once again, they're only 1.8s. If they're 1.4s, totally different story. So I understand that they want to keep it consumer grade, but they really kept it consumer grade to a market that's already there. I think if they made 1.4 lenses, they're more art, whatever they want to call them series, this would be a much larger deal. As of right now, I don't see any kind of difference with them. I don't see what it has to offer if this is the given price range. Now, if that 35 millimeters, maybe 250 bucks, 300 bucks, we could probably talk about something if it's, better quality. But Tamron has great quality lenses, but they have some not so great quality lenses compared to, Nikon, Canon, and Sigma's art line has been killing it. So they're trying to really pick up. I just don't know if they did it right. You make a 1.4, we have a totally different story, and a lot more people are excited. Tell me your thoughts down below. If I have a chance to get these in the near future, as it said, late October, so in a month, month and a half or so, I will do my best to rent them and get my hands on them if I can afford them. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me your thoughts down below. Tamron, you're in the game. You think you took a left turn, though.